schedule release day. Over the next hour, we will be revealing all the must-see matchups, key dates for stars who have joined new teams, and everything you need to know heading into the 2026-2027 season. You'll be able to catch these 5 teams the most on national TV. The reigning champion New York Knicks have 34 nationally televised games. Joining them with 34 are Luka's Lakers, LeBron's 76ers, Wemby's Spurs, and coming in with 30 are SGA's Thunder. All 30 teams have at least 2 national TV games this season. The Knicks, Lakers, Sixers, and Spurs will all play 13 games on the ESPN family of networks. And it's not a shocker, these 4 teams have the shortest odds to win the title. The Spurs and Thunder are the favorites to win it all, followed by the reigning champion Knicks and LeBron with the new-look Sixers. We start with the Thunder coming off back-to-back 60-plus win seasons. OKC has the easiest strength of schedule in the league next season. The last team to win 60 games in 3 straight seasons, the Warriors from 2014 to 2017. These Thunder could be next. As for the team who knocked off the Thunder, the Spurs have 94 days of rest slated for next season. That is tied for the most among any team's schedule. Of course, that could help in keeping Wemby fresh. The reigning champion Knicks beat the Spurs to end that 53-year title drought and are rewarded with a really good slate. New York is tied for the fewest road games on the second night of back-to-backs. They only have 5. That is massive. And the team in the East many see as the Knicks' biggest competition this season, of course, Philly. The Sixers added LeBron James and Jaylen Brown and have the fewest amount of stretches with 3 games in 4 nights. Something that could help a soon-to-be 42-year-old King James and Joel Embiid. All right, now welcoming our excellent panel. We've got Ramona Shelburne, we've got Tim McMahon. Of course, I'm Vanessa Richardson filling in today for Malika Andrews. I know a lot of folks are at home right now looking at their respective team schedule, digesting it all. But when you take inventory, as we've all now seen it, what stands out, Ramona?
I mean, I always look at where the defending champs are when they get their rings. And if I'm New York, I'm a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Because I'm at Madison Square Garden getting my rings, and the story is going to be LeBron James and the Sixers. Like, can they just have their night? Can they get their rings?
Just give us one. Just give us one night.
Everyone's going to be talking about pregame. No one's going to say, how's it feeling to get your rings, Jalen and Carl and OG? No, they're going to be like, what do you think of LeBron and Philly? Come on, can they have one night?
Well, let me just tell you something. The league is still driven by LeBron James, and this schedule makes that clear. Like you said, from opening night through the rest of the season with the national TV appearances, and you mentioned fewest 3 games in 4-night stretches, tied for the fewest back-to-backs, no stretches of 5 games in 7 nights, only a handful of teams to have that. The league office sure did not hold it against LeBron for making him wait to put this schedule together. This is favorable because they want a healthy LeBron because, let's be honest, LeBron James is good for business, has been good for business for 24 years now, and, maybe 2 or 3 more.
He's back in the Eastern Conference, too, which means he can play in that early time slot.
Great point.
Oh, that's the big one. And I also thought LeBron on Christmas in L.A.
Yeah.
So he gets to be home with his kids. I mean, my goodness.
That's a nice present.
The back-to-back thing, though, the lack of back-to-backs is massive. That is exhausting for guys. All right, we're going to welcome in our NBA champion, our good friend Kendrick Perkins, somebody who, of course, played enough back-to-backs in his day. Kendrick Perkins, what stands out about the schedule?
You know what? I'm going to say Spurs Thunder. The way that the Spurs handled the Thunder, beating them in the Western Conference Finals, Game 7, the biggest rivalry in basketball, the biggest individual rivalry in basketball, Wemby and Chet. Well, it seems like it's one-sided, where one guy then brought a gun to the gunfight and the other one then brought a spoon. And Chet Holmgren got to bounce back from the way that he was embarrassed, no matter if he want to embrace it or not. But long as Chet Holmgren is on this squad, it is a rivalry in Victor Wembanyama's eyes. And so this is a game that I'm going to be looking forward to. I'm going to see what Chet has done this offseason. Has he put on weight? Has he hit the weight room? Has his mindset changed? Has his confidence changed? And the tenacity, the force, is he going to go back at them? And same along with SGA, because he struggled a little bit in that. Are you going to be able to get Stephon Castle and the rest of them dogs off of you so you could be able to get back to being the Shea that we know and love, the 2-time MVP?
Great point. All right, now let's get to some new faces and some new places and when they will make their return to their former teams. Starting with the King. After 8 seasons in the purple and gold, LeBron will be back in L.A. You heard us mention it on Christmas Day, this time with Philly. It'll be his 21st Christmas Day game and could be a matchup with his son, Bronny. His teammate Jaylen Brown was traded this summer to Philly after 10 seasons. In Boston, of course, the 2024 Finals MVP. Yes, he will make his way back to Boston. That could be an interesting return on January 21st to face Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. Remember, JB hasn't really talked to JT since the trade, he said in that press conference. Sticking in the East, 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo will return to where it all started in Milwaukee on January 28th. The 10-time All-Star 2021 Finals MVP spent 13 years as a Milwaukee Buck. It is kind of late before being traded this summer to Miami in dramatic fashion. And then, of course, let's head out west, where 2-time All-Star John Morant was traded to the Portland Trail Blazers after 7 up-and-down seasons in Memphis. He makes his return on February 6th, and he only played, keep in mind, in 20 games last season. He is, though, expected to be fully healthy coming into the season. Last but not least, one of the most shocking trades of the offseason was a trade that sent LaMelo Ball to Minnesota after 6 seasons in Charlotte. Ball will be back in Buzz City on February 15th after coming off a season where he led the Hornets back to the postseason for the first time since 2016. Obviously, we are awaiting a decision on Kawhi Leonard's trade to the Toronto Raptors. But Perk, when you look at this, which return are you looking forward to the most this season? A lot of really big guys, a lot of superstars and new places.
Well, I know y'all all familiar with the classic movie by Martin Lawrence. It's a thin line between love and hate. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I think about Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics, because we know he loved the community. But you can't sit up here and tell me that it's not hate when it comes to this organization and the way things ended. And thinking about him going back to Boston, facing Jason Tatum, him and Jason Tatum not communicating, him and Jason Tatum somewhat the same size, playing the same position, I'm here to tell you, Jaylen Brown ain't ducking no smoke. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to be guarding Jason Tatum. Do y'all remember when when Kevin Durant went back to OKC? Do you remember the noise talking between Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant? That's what I'm expecting on the floor between Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Those 2 guys are going to want to tear each other's heads off, and rightfully so.
Look, they've all been very respectful of each other. I think Jason Tatum put out a nice Instagram post, and Jaylen Brown was very respectful.
Professional.
Yep. Okay? But, you know, my mom once told me the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. Okay? And I think that's kind of what we've been seeing between these two. Everybody's being nice. Everybody's being nice right now. On the court, I think you're right, Perk. That's not going to be nice.
Yeah, I don't